wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year. Yes, don't worry, I will never do that again. Merry Christmas, everybody. This is SpiderBite at NextGenTactics.com, and we're here for some Bad Company 2 Vietnam. This is actually my second game playing the Vietnam expansion DLC for Bad Company 2, and we happen to be attackers on Vantage Point for the game type Rush. Rush is my game type. I mean, I'm a rusher, that's what I do, right? That's what I do. I get in there, I plant the bomb. Now, Vantage Point, and I don't, again, this is like the first time I played this map, so I have no idea where I'm going. I'm like, no, I can't get up that hill. Maybe I can. Maybe I just don't know how. And, good aiming. I'm just getting used to the controls. Obviously, when you've been playing Black Ops for some time, and then you go back to Bad Company 2,
I got one, but I got
getting used to the controls, you know? So, Vantage Point, first base on attack is a real bitch. And it really sucks. You know, I'm playing with Meatwagon 22, and it's only the two of us in our squad. It really, really sucks when you don't have a four-person squad, alright? Because you don't have as many spawn points. I mean, you gotta spawn, you know, most of the time you're spawning back at the base spawn. You know, unless Meatwagon's alive, then I can spawn on him, or I'm alive and he can spawn on me, but, you know, you really need a four-person squad. When you're playing Bad Company 2, you're gonna save yourself from so much gray hair and frustration if you have a four-person squad. And what would be really, really nice in Bad Company 2 is if you could actually get a group together, and typically the games are 3 squads of 4 players, so, you know, 12 players, 12v12. It would be really nice if you could actually get 12 people together and go into a game, you know, as a full team, 3 squads of 4. But that would be kick-ass. That would be awesome. And I actually played Meg recently, and they allow you to do that. I mean, even the bigger games, you can get an entire clan together, and, you know, however many squads or platoons or whatever the hell they're called, you can get all your players together and go into a single game. You know, 128. Imagine a clan of 128 players just getting them all together. That'd be hilarious. Going against, you know, a bunch of unorganized noobs. You know, the frustration level of the noobs would just be like huge. I mean, you could dominate them with a well-organized team like that. But, you know, obviously that's on a much larger scale than we're talking about here. I mean, 12v12, 3 squads of 4, that would be pretty awesome. Anyways, this first base is a real bitch on offense. You have the... Meatwagon. How do you say owned in Russian? Owned.
Alright, now this next one is straight up the hill.
So we managed to take over the first base, but those 2 targets, man, if you're versing an organized team on defense,
up the hill, it's really hard.
it's harder than that first base. You know, the second base even is somewhat difficult. I mean, you're at a huge sightline disadvantage. You're at a huge elevation disadvantage.
I was able to get all the way around
but yeah, like I said, that first base.
Oh shit!
I think I'm using the. I'm gonna go back to the kit selection. I think that's the AK, but I'm definitely using the assault because I'm just basically trying to get the trophies. All the trophies for the Vietnam expansion, and one of them is getting a gold star for each primary weapon, I believe. And there's a total of 3 for each of the 4 classes. But the problem actually I found last night, because I'm using the AK-47, because there's actually an M16 for the assault class, and I was actually using the M16. But then when I went and checked my stats after the game, I played a couple games using the M16, the stats wouldn't update. So here we go again with the, I think it was the M1A1 issue with the original game where the stats wouldn't update. You could never get your bronze stars.
Yeah.
Your bronze star for getting all, or sorry, your insignia for getting all weapon bronze stars and getting all bronze stars, which I have, and I still haven't gotten my insignia. But it's the same thing here, that freaking M16 would not update my kills. I've got 0 kills on the M16 in my stats, and that is going to piss me off. You know, it's one thing not to be able to get an insignia. It's an entirely another thing for not being able to get a trophy. So that's going to really tick me off if that doesn't get fixed very, very soon. So I don't know what I really don't know what the deal is here. Anyways, so we're moving up again against an organized, and obviously we're not versing an organized team here. Otherwise, they could. I mean, they could have stopped us easily at the first base, but even the second base, with that height advantage, I mean, it's just craziness. And here I am hip firing. Maybe I should try aiming down the sight spider. And I saw that guy to the left, but you know, oftentimes when you see a couple of guys, you know, finish off the guy that you're shooting at first and make sure he's dead. Because you're not going to do yourself any favors if you damage 2 of them and not kill either of them.
We got him pushed back to B.
Alright, so we got Alpha destroyed. And I'm going to go through each of the maps. I mean, I'm probably going to have a game, you know, sort of on offense and a game on defense. And typically my offensive strategy is to get in there. Like, I'm the guy that will rush in there. I mean, I'll go straight down the middle half the time, and half the time it works because these guys are, you know, they're flanking to the left, or they're flanking to the right, or they're trying to spawn trap. And you go straight down the middle, half the time you can get right into their freaking base. You can walk right in, and you can plant charges at their MCOM stations just by walking right down the middle. And I do it on Kaysan all the time. And it's quite hilarious. I think it's the first base in Kaysan. I walk right down the middle into A, and I plant like almost all the time, every single time I play that map.
Yeah, I got 2 more.
And one thing you gotta know when I mean, I play with Meatwagon a fair bit. I mean, he has pretty much every game that I play in. Not a lot of our live streamers actually have Bad Company too. But you'll notice, and I think the rest of the games that I'm going to be posting should be all full squad games where we have 4 players in our squad instead of the 2. But Meatwagon and the other guys have, you know, especially when everybody's dead in the squad, or three guys are dead in the squad. I mean, typically if we're on attack and we're close to a base. And we're just gonna wait for the timer here. I mean, you can go ahead and run in advance of the timer and try to time it, but I've died a few times doing that. You die occasionally. You just gotta time it right. So, you know, if we're advanced on an MCOM station, and you know, oftentimes in some of these maps, it's a long ways from your base spawn to the target. So you get one of your teammates, you know, typically they might be a recon class because they can sit back and snipe as well, but they're basically your mobile spawn point up close to the target. So when you respawn, you're dropped in right into the action, and you know, you rush in and attack, and you keep the pressure on. And I mean, there's a few maps. I mean, even that Vantage Point map, which, you know, I wouldn't even say on that one because the original, you know, your base spawn point is fairly close to the targets. So we're just getting some tank kills here. Oh man, I freaking couldn't get out in time.
A mortar strike got me.
But it was a mortar strike. So, you know, you have somebody set up as a mobile spawn point in a hidden location, and the other 3 guys just keep the pressure on. And I've played a few games where I spawn, I rush in, I'm on the attack, I take out 1 or 2 guys, and I get killed. Same thing over and over again, but eventually you wear them down if all 3 of your other squad mates are doing that, and hopefully you have some other teammates that are half decent, that are up there helping you as well. Not necessarily on your squad, but they're up there. You know, you have 8 other players.
Exactly.
Sometimes it doesn't seem like you have 8 other players in your team, and your squad is the only one doing anything. Try to go through. Oh yeah, I can go through there. But it's really good when you have that mobile spawn point, and you get right into the action. But you know, I'm not the type of guy that will do that. I'm not the mobile spawn type of guy. You know, unless the guys are telling me, because I don't pay attention half the time. as to who's alive, who's dead, unless they tell me, stay alive, you're the last one alive. I don't know. I mean, I'm so focused in on what I need to do to get the bomb planted, and you know, trying to find the enemy players to kill. You know, you got to communicate with me in order to tell me what's going on when they're dead. So, but otherwise, you know, I'm the guy that's rushing in there every single time, and I just love playing this game like that. You know, it's maybe not the most absolutely tactical, but probably 80+% of the time, I'm at the top of the leaderboard, and you'll see in this game that is true. And oftentimes, you know, most of these games that we played when we were full squad, our entire squad was at the top of the leaderboard. You know, on our team, there's the 4 of us at the very top. So it's kind of funny. And this, you know, this last base, this last target, I like actually sitting right behind the target. And you know, I do that for Black Ops, Call of Duty. Oftentimes, you know, the best place for defending something or defending a bomb site is just sitting right behind it and nailing the enemy as they come in. And hey, I just got a trophy. Not sure what that one's for. Just because I can. Hold on, I'll look.
Another one. It's like, can I go home now?
Okay, that trophy is basically for finishing first on any map on the Vietnam expansion. So obviously I came in first. I went 18-7 and 1,960 points. And that's somewhat typical. I mean, some games I'll do rather poorly, where I just, you know, have a bad game where you're versing a solid defense, and you won't get anywhere near the MCOM stations. But like I said, more often than not, I'm in there and I'm on the top of the leaderboard. So, anyways, I will be posting some videos for the other maps. Probably, yeah, one on offense, one on defense. I may play some Conquest. Conquest, I believe, yeah, at a future date. But anyways, hope you liked it. Back up to Vietnam expansion pack. I'm Spider-Bite for NextGenTactics.com, and I'm out. Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.